Back out in the shop, and unfortunately the golf cart project is off. After getting it apart, taking a look at it, the engine looked fine, but we started looking up components that we needed to replace on it, plus a rebuild kit. And then we pulled out the actual golf cart itself and took a look at it, and it's probably, I mean, we're at least already at $500 worth of new stuff to buy in order to replace, and that's just the stuff that we've been able to figure out already. Unfortunately, there is probably many more things that I need to buy, and it just for a 36-year-old golf cart, it's just not worth the price. And so I'm going to pack everything up and take it back over and drop it off. Unfortunately, failed project, and that sometimes happens. Well, I got the engine area put together, and I'm ready to start working on my next project. That's actually going to be getting the bandsaw up and running. I started working on it back in, I don't know, March area, February, March, maybe January. I don't remember. I think February. It was super cold, and so I'm ready to get that back up and going. And first thing I got to do is figure out where I even left off. So that'll be it. Also, wanted to mention I finally got some stickers for Buddy. So I'm going to be slapping that on stuff and probably doing some sticker swaps as well. As you can probably notice, I have it up there in the corner. I'm going to be slapping them different places in the shop here, just because it'll be fun. So anyway, it's time to get started on this bandsaw. All right, it is a new night back on the bandsaw. I want to kind of talk through some of this stuff. First, you might know the head is gone. Doesn't have anything up here like it should. I went ahead and took that off. Took the face plate off of this, and I have a new switch that I want to put on. I was originally going to just kind of rewire that and get it longer, but I went ahead and got a new switch that has kind of one of the paddle stop things, kind of extra safety. Here is the tire wheel. Got one of the new tires on there, the urethane tires, so that's good. But on this here, there's a crack, and it's just old cheap metal, and so I ordered a replacement for that piece from Grizzly. Got to wait several days for that to come in. Also, the side here, I got pins that go in there, and there are these, and one of them is stuck in there. Couldn't get that out, so I ordered a couple more of those. Also, from a mistake perspective, as you can see down there, I have that chain belt on there. That wasn't exactly a cheap belt. And whenever I was looking at parts, new replacement parts for this here, I went ahead and looked at the price of belts, and they were like $10. And I'm like, what the crap? I should have just bought the belts from Grizzly directly and called it a day. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe I did that. But one of the next things I have to do tonight is I need to take off that nut there and pull out that basically the axle. And there's a bearing in there that I want to replace. And since I'm tearing this all apart, may as well replace the bearing, get good spin out of the thing. Also going to do the same thing down there for that one, get the bearing off of that and replace that. And then when I'm done putting this thing back together after I get the new parts from Grizzly, I should be pretty good to go with this bandsaw. It's only going to basically be a new bandsaw because it'll have new bearings. It has this new guide system on it. It's going to have new tires for it. The wheels are going to have the bearings. The motor is going to be cleaned up some. It's going to have new bolts and everything everywhere else. So it's going to be a great bandsaw and should last for many years to come, I hope. So next thing is this electric. As you can see, the electric is only like 4 feet long. And if I want it to sit about here, I need it to run to there. And it's just not going to be able to make it. So I need to make this longer. All right, I got this switch on, which I think is actually really cool. Instead of using a box that I used originally, which is this box here, I actually ended up using the hole that was there and basically kind of able to integrate it a little bit. It does rub on this here, but not really too worried about it. I don't think it'll have any negative effects on it. But yeah, so let's see about turning it on. And there we go. That's a spinning. There we go, turned it off. All right, that is super exciting to be able to get that switched out. Boom, I'm on my way, and I also have a 25-foot cable so I can reach pretty much anywhere in this little area, and I still have access to being able to plug this in and use it. So boom. Next thing, I still got to get that bottom wheel off and get the bearing out of that so I can go get a new one tomorrow. The reason I went ahead and did this electric is so I could have it done. That way the only thing I had to do when I came back is go ahead and get the bearing out. Or when I came back after getting the bearings, just put things back together and call it good. All right, well, I did not get the bottom wheel off. Surprisingly, I need some more tools. I actually don't have a big enough metric socket to fit over the outer nut right there to be able to turn it. I tried to use a crescent wrench, just couldn't get a good grip on it. And then also to get some of the rings off, I need a specific type of pliers, and I don't own those. So I've got to get some of those as well. But once I get those, then I'll have them for the future when doing work. But other than that, I mean, I'm happy with the progress. I just need to go get the bearings. I will get the part number off of the Grizzly manual and go to the bearing place. I did get one bearing out. I did get one of the bearings out. Here it is. So I just got to get two of those. That's for the top. And then I'll get the part number, bearing type for the bottom, and see about getting that replaced. So with that, let's call it good until I get some parts in.